Imagine yourself the most expensive neighborhood in the most expensive city in Germany. The place where flat rental prices may vary from 1,500 euro to 35,000 euro monthly, where prices are so high that people are even afraid to post the photos of the property they sell. This is, by the way, very uncommon for Munich. And at the same time, this place absolutely sucks. Until what we will talk about in the end of this video. We are talking about Herzogpark, one of the most expensive and probably one of the most lonely neighborhoods in Munich. So let's start from the flat prices, which is one of the most interesting parts here. So here, as you see, I'm on ImmoScout 24 and currently I see what is available for buying or for renting in Herzogpark. And immediately we see something is being sold for the 4 million euro. And next to it there is a flat for teeny 1,200 euro. The flat is relatively small, but the price, I would say, is very affordable. What we have here? This is the ad from Mr. Lodge, so it's already furnished apartment and the price is immediately higher here. And then we go to the bigger one, 4,000 euro, and then we see a villa which is sold for something like 8 million euros. By the way, villa is not so big, it's only 185 square meters, but it also has a garden, which is not very large, I would say. Then we have other flat for 1,800 euro for a 90 square meters. This is not bad. And again, the price go high and higher and higher and higher, and again millions and millions and millions. Yeah, this is a very strange place. By the way, I saw this not finished construction there. I didn't know that it's being sold, and I could not even imagine that it is sold for such a big price, almost 5.5 million euro. And another sold property, and another, and another, and you can also rent property here for the 25,000 euro. And again, there is no photos, only 800 euro for months. And the winner here is renting some villa for 35,000 euro per month. So this is actually all you need to know about flat pricing in Herzogpark neighborhood. And we are going to the next point, is the location of this neighborhood. First thing that you need to know that this area before was heavily flooded by the Isar River. Only after the construction of special water regulation system, this area became suitable for building. And it happened approximately in the beginning of 19th century. And the owner was Herzog Max Joseph III, who actually gave the name to the neighborhood. And after some time, he sold this area to private company who planned building luxury villas there. So you understand, this district was initially designed like a luxury area. But let's not talk anymore about history and coming back to the location. It is located close to Isar River and English Garden on one side and almost nothing on other side. Because from the other side you have Brunbach Creek with very steep slope, which creates something like a wall in the middle of the neighborhood and divides it into two parts. So Herzogpark is pretty much lonely place, despite the fact that this is not the outskirts of Munich. It's only 3 kilometers to city center. But when you come to this area, it looks really nice. Feels like you live in the park with a nice river and beautiful scenery. And this place really looks marvelous in any season. It is fresh in summer and even much more fresh in winter. You understand, water is everywhere and very quiet as a graveyard. Now let's talk about housing there. Here you can find almost any types of housing available in Munich, starting from the ancient family mansions or even castles, till social buildings which look like a barracks and which were built only to occupy the territory. It's even interesting to walk there to see who built what and which cars are standing near those houses. There you can find a lot of interesting classical cars. And since this area was heavily bombed during the Second World War, there is a lot of housing which was built afterwards in order to occupy the territory between those luxury mansions. And when you look yourself on those small houses which were built afterwards, you start to understand from where those low prices come from. So if you see a flat for the affordable price in Herzogpark, probably this is one of the houses that you see currently on the screen. Now let's talk about transportation. Your best transportation in Herzogpark is your bike. Really, I think this is the most effective way to transport yourself in this area. On the central street of Herzogpark neighborhood, there is only one bus. Taking into account how well Munich transportation is developed, this is almost nothing. No trams, no U-Bahn or S-Bahns. Just you, your legs, your bike and your car. I think you've got the point. Without own car, you will suffer there every day. Now infrastructure. It's very easy to talk about infrastructure in Herzogpark because there is no infrastructure. No supermarkets, no bakeries, no schools, no friseurs, no hospitals, nothing. Just you, river, park and mold everywhere. By the way, people who live in Herzogpark, how do you fight with mold? I guess mold is already officially registered as a tenant in your houses, because you can simply get rid of it. I'm joking, we have mold problem in any house in Munich. This is like a local feature. And now the conclusion. The person who feels good in Herzogpark is actually a person who owns a villa there. They move on expensive cars, eat food which was brought there by somebody. By the way, they can't even go to the restaurant nearby because there are no restaurants. So if you are a loaded person, you will probably enjoy living in Herzogpark. And if you are a small peasant who can afford a flat for the lousy 2000 euro per month, probably your life will suck there. And the beauty of nature? Yes, this place really looks very nice. And it's a very popular destination not only amongst Müncheners but also amongst tourists. We also come there from time to time. But it's better to come there, take a couple of photos, have a nice walk in English Garden and along Isar River and quickly come back to your cozy neighborhood with supermarkets, restaurants, kindergartens, hospitals and life on the streets. And if you're still struggling finding decent flat in Munich, probably one of the next videos may give you some ideas.